Welcome back to Getting Started with Angular. Today, we're going to go over some control flow syntax. So, in the Angular tutorial, it's going to tell you about ngIf. ng is the previous version of how to use control flow. I guess I will talk a little bit about that. So let's get into this. And we will be using our nav component again. In our nav component, hold up. There we go. Okay. So in our nav component, we have these three little components up here. We have the links, and we have our theme switcher. Let's add a little logged in or notification. But it's going to be a little bit, let's put it to the right side of the page. How does it look right now? It's kind of too spaced apart. I'm going to give it a little more space to work with. Oh, in our nav, we're going to do adding top of 2. And if you are using Tailwind, there should be a Tailwind extension that lets you hover over these Tailwind classes, and it'll tell you what values they provide. Take a look at that Tailwind extension. Yep, so Tailwind IntelliSense, and this should also give you that that property highlighting. Okay, getting back into our code, I want to space things apart, so a flex and a, don't think I need the gap, but I will want justify between. Right, and we're going to put all of our previous stuff in there, and I'm going to add a left side. I think I might be doing this a little wrong. I want the flex between up here. This doesn't need to have a class. All right, so all of this stuff is going to be on the left side. Then we're going to have a logged in indicator. So let's say, we'll use a button for now. Don't want it to be called home, but I'm going to complete it so that I don't have to type it all out. Label login, I think is not true, not going anywhere. This is going to be a click event. Let's log in. Okay, so right now it's complaining that we do not have login on the nav component because we haven't written one yet. To add a login function here, and for now we are just going to do a little toggle off. Want to call it logged in. Signal equals false. Okay, and for this we're going to do a set to true. wanted to toggle though, so let's do this. Is not logged in. All right. So with this, we can toggle the logged in state, and we want to show the user's name, if they are logged in. So we'll use our control flow. If logged in, show the logged in user's name. But at else, okay, I guess we want to put the button to log in over here. Since it is a toggle, let's not make it a toggle then. Let's make this log in. Okay, and we'll create one with log out. Okay. So if the user is not logged in, we tell them to log in. If they are logged in, we want them to log out, or at least have the ability to log out. All right, and let's see what we have on the page. The user is not logged in. It's a little cramped. We click login and we show the user's name. Okay, so very simple, very basic. It's just a standard if-else structure, but the only thing is you have this little @ symbol at the front. And this can only be used in your HTML portion. Doesn't mean that it has to be in an HTML file. It just means if you are using template URL, then you put it in the HTML. But if you are using template, you can put that here. I did mention that you could do this with ngIf. So let's talk about how you can do that. I'm going to comment out these lines and replace them with what we would do previously. Previously, you would have an entire div like so, and this would have an asterisk ngIf. Okay, and you will have a different block down here. Okay, so you could do it this way. If it's not logged in. But the else structure in the older version was done like this, and you would actually have to specify the else block as an ng template, pretty sure. So you would create a template variable, and that would satisfy the else reference here. So that's how you would do the if else in older versions that didn't support the new @if syntax or the @else syntax. If you insist on using the older syntax, this star ngIf, you, I believe you need to have, you have to have the common module imported. If you don't have the common module imported, it will, pretty sure it complains that the ngIf directive is used, but neither the ngIf directive or the common module was imported. So because of this, we actually prefer to use the new syntax nowadays. The new syntax does not require you to import anything. So this is not only is it cleaner, but it's just cleaner everywhere. You don't have to have the common module imported at all. And ideally, my preference is not to import the common module. And if you are using something from the common module, you import it separately. So if you needed ngIf for whatever reason, if you're insisting on using it, then you can import it like that, or as suggested from the template. So that's gonna be it for our control flows episode. I did want to check one thing before I go, though. I don't remember there being a switch. Oh, it looks like there is. Not ng switch. Okay. I think we'll look at that in another episode. Let's see if I can do an if. Okay. So it looks like you should be able to also use the else if block. Yeah. So that's how you achieve the else if. This would have been a heck of a nightmare to do in the old syntax. So another reason to switch over. It's just cleaner. All right. That's it for this episode. Peace.